All right. Good morning, beautiful team, and welcome to our, there we go, Max, Sunday, November 28th hangout. I like the sporting the diamond retreat pajamas here. So that is awesome. I just wanted to start with a couple of things, and then Max, I'm actually going to ask if you can share what you sent us this morning to talk about that, because that was amazing. So the first one was for those people that are local. So if you're a local in Vancouver, we have our live workout happening next Saturday at Thomas Haney. And it's a flow. Christina is leading it. So it will start at 8, and you are welcome to invite whoever you want to. So I think I don't know if we've added Andrea to the Vancouver coaches chat yet, but we can add her to that to make sure that Andrea knows that she's welcome to come to all of the local events, because now that she's home. And welcome back. And then the second thing was, you're welcome. The second thing was the Job One launch. So I really encourage everyone, like Shondell did such an amazing job of finding like pictures and things like that from the FAQ, and then from the couple of groups on Facebook, and sharing those in the Freshman Free to Be chat, which was so awesome and super helpful. I really encourage everyone to think of when they're going to start the program, right? Because when you start the program, then it gives you kind of a focus of how you're going to plan your December. So, and definitely for me, like I'm definitely going to talk to people about how, you know, the customer or the coach and preferred customer launch is December 2nd, customer launch is December 16th. I am starting it on January 17th is the day that I'm going to start it. I originally wanted to do that with the bike, but I just found out yesterday that the bike, not yesterday, a couple of days ago, I think, bike is now, we're looking at around February for Canada. So I'm going to do BODi with Job One so that I can show people what the BODi workouts are, and then gear that up, and like then I can show them some of the my bike workouts as well. So it was awesome. One of my new clients actually has a bike, so she did one of the rides, and she was like, yeah, I still don't love the bike, but I sure enjoyed that workout. Like she thought it was a really cool, I think it was one through BC that she went on in the BODi platform. So that was really good. So pick your date of when you are going to start it, and then you can kind of work backwards from there as to how you will launch it for December, January. People will disappear from about the 10th of December until right after Christmas, where there's not a lot of conversations going on, because everyone is, you know, Christmas parties and family gatherings and finishing their shopping and doing life, what they're supposed to be doing, right? So the last thing on their mind at that time is kind of jumping into a fitness program. But as soon as Christmas is over, if you're going to start it like around the time that Max told me yesterday she's going to start it with me, people want to get signed up before the end of December then, because you want to guarantee that they have their package before that time. So just a couple of things that I have kind of playing around in my head. I don't know that we will do another What is Coaching webinar before the end of the year. We'll probably regroup and look at those again for January and see. I know for me, I've really struggled with getting up on the weekends. So committing to a 7 o'clock call on a Saturday morning is definitely not something I'm looking to add to my plate right now. When I think yesterday I got out of bed at like 8:40. So it's what my body needs right now, and I'm just kind of letting that happen. So I don't really want to add in. What I did do is I'm in the process of, I did 3 videos about like what coaching is, and I'm just going to put them in iMovie, add in some like workouts to that and some of the container pictures to that, and then put it into a Google site so that people can just access the Google site that way. So once I have it finished, I'll definitely share it so that you can have some ideas on that too. And that's it kind of for me this morning. So Max shared a really awesome resource. And so I was hoping that she could talk to us a little bit this morning about where she found it and what it is, because it looks amazing.
Okay, I just wanted to actually just add one thing to the job. Do you guys hear me okay?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. The Job One launch. So on the Level Up call this week. We did talk about doing a team-wide BOD group for job one. So every coach can bring in their own customers, and we would try and do it as a whole team, just a 4-week BOD group. I don't know whether it's for a week or we just have it open for whenever our start dates are. I'm going to start it when we launch it, and do it for the month of December with my 645, just so I can start showing people the moves. And it will work out to be exactly 4 weeks before the end of the year if I do that. So that's sort of my plan, and then to launch it with customers with you, Tamara, on the 17th. Awesome. So just wanted to kind of let people know that there was that in the works, and the coaches on the Level Up call were interested. I think Christina's going to start a WhatsApp 645 group on that. So just wanted to touch on that if that was okay. And yeah, I was just playing around or looking at the BODi nutrition. I don't know if everybody has access to that and if they spent much time on it. I know back in the day we had done the Ultimate Portion Fix certification for those of us that did it, but I'll be honest with you, I've not really looked at it much since she revamped it. Some really great information, and because we have BODi, we have the monthly just everything, every month there's new stuff that comes on it. So this one, as I delved in a little bit actually after I sent that to you guys this morning, is her version of the 75 hard. So she had done the 75 hard in the summer, and she talked about it, and she decided to kind of put her own spin on it. So this is her version, where you've got these non-negotiable what's the word I'm looking for? Just non-negotiables, right? Yeah. So you have to follow a meal menu plan. Obviously, she wants it to be portion fix. It's drinking 50% of your water. It's following a program from start to finish. So it doesn't have to be a 90-day program, but if you're going to do a 21-day fix, you're going to do 21-day fix and follow it as is. And then you'll go to another program and you have to follow it along for the 90 days. I can't remember all the different things, but try one new fixate recipe a week. So over the course of, there'll be 13 new recipes. I think there might have been 2 new foods a day. I can't remember. Anyway, it's definitely worth it. And I think it could be something, since we've been doing a lot of talk about the 75 hard. It could be a great resource. I know a lot of the gyms come January will do these 3-month, new to you kind of programs. And I think there's so many amazing tools in the BODi nutrition, from if you plateau, from just if you go off track, and just your self-limiting beliefs worksheets, and your gut health, and how to do elimination challenge, checks. So anyway, I really recommend and highly suggest everybody go through and look through the program materials on the BODi monthly nutrition portion fix. A lot of great information. And one last thing. So every month she'll be putting out a BODi calendar to go with it. So if you don't want to follow a program, but you want to follow BODi, she sets you up with a BODi program for each month. So you'll see a new selection of workouts for that month.
That's so awesome. I haven't looked at the BODi nutrition, but I did go through the portion fix, like the new portion fix, since they changed it from Ultimate Portion Fix to Portion Fix. And it is so simple now, right? Because you go through rail 1 and it says, and then once you've gone through rail 1, then you're deciding, well, which one am I going to do? Am I doing time nutrition? Am I doing regular containers? Am I doing, so I was like, it was so much easier to take it in, because you weren't watching, like if you're doing regular portion fix, right? You don't have to watch the time nutrition videos. So it's way more streamlined in terms of like getting someone started and having some success in their nutrition right from the start. So I was really happy when I looked at the portion fix one, but that's so cool to know that about the BODi one too.
And one other thing that she did in it, which I really like, is that you follow a whatever it is, that rail for a month. So you can't change the month. until you can't change from, let's say, vegetarian to something else until the next month. So it does force you to stay on, which I think is really important. And then the other thing that I thought was really good for our clients that come to us and say, my weight, I'm not losing any weight. There's tools within there that we can direct them to. Just maybe it's the gut check, maybe it's their plateauing, and she gives you literally some checklists of things to do that might help your stalled weight. So just some really good information for us as coaches of how to direct our clients when we're getting those questions. Morning, Jamie. So yeah, that's all I got to say on that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Just good tools.
Very good tools. And way simpler, because I found like the Ultimate Portion Fix, and they were longer videos, and now they're like short and super effective. So that's awesome. Thank you. How's everybody else doing? Having fun making reels? Margot's like the real queen now, right? We need to get a tutorial from you, Margot.
Yeah, right. Yep. I'm all over it.
You are.
Sorry.
I was going to say, I have to share though. I posted Mary Jo's reel in my story, and my friend of mine goes, "Oh my God, she's such an expert." I'm like, she's done like 2. I've done about 100. But thanks for that. She was like,
no, MJ.
Just take a little longer. That was so good.
I know that one was really good. My daughter has been saying TikTok. You got to do TikTok, and I have no idea how to do TikTok. I guess it's kind of the same, but anyways, so she did a couple of goofy ones. We were just being goofy yesterday. I haven't even looked at them or anything, but it's TikTok. I still am learning, but Instagram Reels I'm starting to get a little bit more, but I still haven't put the ones on of you and I, Max and MJ, because I'm not sure where to find them. the meshing the two together. I know that we sent them all to each other, but anyways, that's another conversation. I do have a question. Just so that I'm clear, because I get so confused about this stuff. So I'm trying to get to Success Club 10, but I'm at 6. So that might be where it ends for November. But I'm trying to sort of let people know that the challenge packs are back up to regular price come December 1st, because typically it goes for a month. But having said that, then when you guys say that job 1 is going on sale only for coaches and preferred customers on December 2nd, how do we sell new customers in?
Get them signed up for a preferred customer and then have them cancel it if they don't want it. That's what I've done for all the launches, is like when MBF launched, I signed everyone up as coaches in the beginning, and then most of them canceled the coach part, but there's no penalty for that, right? Like they just then have their bod and they're part of the group and got their stuff. And if they had extra supplements they wanted, they got a discount. So that's what I would say, is I would like to get you set up with this. I'm going to set you up as a preferred customer to start off. If you decide you don't want it, we just cancel it and there's no penalty. So I just let them know that right away. And then they're like, oh, okay. And now, especially with, I've never had anyone say no. And I've always had like quite a bit like good success on the launches of getting people started. And that was before preferred customer, where people had to put in their social insurance number, right? So now they don't even have to do that. They just sign up as a preferred customer. They get early access to it. And then if they don't want it, just click them off. So.
But I have a question on that, Tamara, because if you have a customer that's a BOD customer and they want access to job 1, and they'd have to pay the $17.95. They would have to pay the preferred customer to get access to it, right?
No, I would get them,
or they'd have to completion pack.
Yeah, do a completion pack, get them some supplements so they don't pay the fee. Then just let them know like that you'll help them if they decide they aren't going to order any more supplements and don't need that 25% discount, that you'll help them click off so that they aren't charged something moving forward. that's what I do.
Okay.
So yeah, people are really appreciative of that. I actually had a lady, she signed up last weekend, and I'm kind of frustrated, not with her, but her order is not like, it's like, you know how you showed Max in the freshman free to be chat how it says you have no subscriptions, right? So hers says no orders, like there's nothing there. Her last order that shows in her history as a customer, because she was a customer under someone else, is from 2017, and there's nothing showing there yet. She has access to BODi. So I've been chatting with Beachbody, and I have like a reference number and things like that. And then she sent me a message on Thursday night, I think it was, asking me, no, Friday night, saying that she had tried to contact Beachbody and she was just going to go ahead and cancel everything because all she really wanted was access to the fitness and yada, yada, yada. And so I totally talked her off a ledge. And then she tagged me on Facebook about how like supportive I was and things like that, right? So it's just letting them know, giving them all of that information ahead of time so that they can decide. But she was feeling just really overwhelmed, and now I'm going to send her a book because she obviously needs to work on what's up here. And I think people get overwhelmed with BODi and then with BOD, and she was like, where do I find the regular workouts? Because she was going through BODi. And so anyway, so just make sure that you're there for them, and then the more honest and like forthcoming with that information, the better success they're going to be. I've never had someone say, no, I wouldn't sign up as a coach because of that. You know, like as long as I'm giving them all of that information ahead of time. Some people even stayed on as coach for a couple months, right? And got the Shakeology, and then they decide to click off, and that's totally fine. So they weren't ever going to do anything with it anyway. So yeah, that's my 2 cents. Anyone else? Questions? How's it going? Good morning, Brittany. Haven't seen your beautiful face for a while.
Hello.
Yay, nice to see you on.
Good to see you.
Now's your time, ladies, to ask those questions. Right?
Just so you know, this isn't a question, but I'm just letting you guys know. I don't know how many of you see that Nikki Martin is part of our team. Nikki Martin is from the UK. And actually, I've been sort of connecting with her separately just because I see a lot of synergies in what she's doing and what my goal is to reach more business people, business women and stuff. So I'm going to chat with her after our call on a Zoom about LinkedIn and how to build that. And I know Christina had spoken about having her do a training on LinkedIn. So I'm just letting you guys know, I'm just going to learn it myself and then maybe, or try my best. And then maybe either I can help, or if Christina can get a Nikki to do his presentation. It's just the time differences. So weird that the weekends are the best time. And anyways, I just wanted to let you know, I'm going to chat with her at 10 o'clock our time today, 6 p.m. their time. So just,
yeah, she's great. She has great energy, and she's had a ton of success on LinkedIn. So I think that's how she got, because she's like on her way to diamond for sure. And I think that's why she got most of her people was through LinkedIn.
Yeah, she's got something like 20,000 followers, and I don't even know how you even get 20,000 followers, because I thought LinkedIn had a max of 500 or something. But see, that's where I don't know. But I know that if you're going to do LinkedIn, her recommendation, and I would do this, is to, if you use LinkedIn for your business, for your work, where you work, maybe let them know, or just let them know that you're, going to be, and maybe I'll find out from her, but from what I see from her posts, they're quite subtle, salesy. They're very much more about lifestyle, and the fact that everybody, it doesn't matter whether you're a CEO of a major corporation, you still need to work on your health and fitness in order to be the best CEO you can be. So they're very sort of subtle, but to the point. But she said it's a good idea to let your company know if you are going to start talking about that on there, or create a new one this is what she said to me before we're having our meeting.
Yeah, just so your employer isn't all of a sudden freaking out, right? Oh, what are you doing? Why are you all over LinkedIn? No, that's awesome.
What's Nikki's last name?
Martin, Martin. Yeah. She's awesome. Anyone else? Questions? Lots of people hiding behind pictures today. How are you doing over there, Olena?
I'm okay.
You're okay?
Yeah. I can't decide on a workout that I want to do, and because 6:45 is way too slow for me. Like I'm dying. I finished this week, but oh my God, no, I cannot do that. So I think I'm gonna jump in and do Insanity Asylum. I'm gonna make my own
Nothing like
letter.
going from one extreme to the other, right? No, I really think, yeah. No, the phase 1 to phase 2 was a big jump for 6:45, but phase 2 to 3 didn't feel like a big jump for me. So I kept waiting for it to be like,
yeah, because he's talking about it. He's like, we're gonna get faster. We're gonna get it's just the beginning. We're learning and things like that. And I'm like, okay, maybe it's just phase 1. But
I think it's definitely a beginner program, right? It's that functional training program, getting someone to work on their core strength, getting someone to understand how to do a squat, how to simplify the moves, how to, right? So much of that was okay, well, if I'm already there, there were definitely things I learned for sure. But it would be more of a program that I would start a new person out on.
Yeah, like you said, but no, definitely no.
Mm-hmm. So bring on the Insanity Asylum.
Yeah, I can.
I think that's one of Angie Bellmare's favorites, though, is Asylum. I think she really likes Asylum. So did you like my post about how many Success Club points she has? I think she's at 300 now or something like that.
I was shocked when I saw it.
It was Angie 300, Kelsey 50.
Exactly, 42.
Oh my gosh. But the thing is, for me, I can't even imagine mentoring 150 people getting started. How? How do you do that?
She's obviously got this automated. There's artificial intelligence things out there, tools and tricks that I have no idea how to. I can barely do a reel. So got to one step at a time. But I know that there's automated everything out there now. We probably should try and learn it soon, because it's just for me, I'm feeling almost like when I first started doing this 7 years ago, when I wasn't on the Empower Squad, it was hard because people were pyramid scheme or whatever. And then now 7 years later, it's almost like now we're behind a bit because COVID happened. And that's when we all probably should have gone like this, but everybody was jumping on and trying to be a fitness influencer and do all that stuff. So we still have to do it, but it's almost like I wish we could see the future and get ahead of the curve. Instead, I don't know. It's just me. I'm old.
Oh, and I even remember once I was in some training group of hers, and we had to message Facebook Messenger, but it was automated, the replies from her. And I was like, how the heck did you automate replies on Facebook Messenger? It was so strange. I didn't bother asking, because I was like, I don't need that. But it was a really interesting, so once someone signs up, they get this email, and then they, 3 days later, they get this email, and then 3 days later, they get this email. And it's interesting because I noticed on Google Streak now, and I have the paid version of it, so I don't recommend anyone getting the paid version of it. But I can actually set it up so when I send someone an email, there's a follow-up email at a certain time. And then there's another follow-up email at a certain time. So I was like, oh, well, that's cool. But she said she doesn't use Google Streak. So her assistant, Estelle, has told me before that her assistant works. I think she actually has 2 now that work incredibly hard on sending the emails, but I can't even imagine. Facebook, yeah.
I think
No,
that's
she
really
definitely
cool.
does use business account.
Sorry.
Yeah, I think it's a business account because I have a business account for my business, for the cleaning business. And if the cleaner wants to apply for cleaning job, they get an automatic email. Or if the client needs a cleaning, they also get an automatic email.
Right.
So she
Yeah.
probably turned that account into a business account.
Yeah, that's what she would
And
have
it's
used for the
free.
training group. Yeah.
Yeah,
I just
and
don't,
it's
that's
completely
not what
free.
she would have done for clients, I don't think though. So yeah. MJ, what were you?
I was just going to say, when you have 150 people a month that you sign up, you have to have that kind of stuff set up, or there's no way. But to your point earlier, Tamara, about, you know, how people appreciate, I don't know, the one-on-one, right? Because I don't think that you can really ever beat that. And I had somebody, I don't know, last week, approach me about something, and it was so obviously copy pasted and the messages and stuff. And I was like, that's so bad. Like, if you're going to copy and paste something, like, make sure that you stop it at the right place or whatever, because when you read it, it was like, it stopped in the middle of a sentence. I'm like, and I know this person, like, we know each other well enough. Like, just have a conversation with me if you're wondering if I'm interested in something. So it was really like, it turned me right off. And it actually almost pissed me off a little bit, because and she's adding me to chats without my permission already, like twice. I'm like, don't do that stuff. Like, obviously, when you're super busy and you have that many people like Angie does, you need to have other people helping you. There's no question. But for us, I think, and for me anyways, what I keep trying to remind myself is just to be like a normal person and just talk to people, right? And be helpful and be supportive and all of those things, because you're right, people do appreciate that in everyday life, not just for this specific reason, but just in everyday life. You know, be helpful, be kind, just simple, right, things. So yeah, that when that happened to me last week, I thought, oh, so that's the feeling you get when you just one of the many numbers, you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I think nothing beats one-on-one conversations, whether it's, you know, if you can be face-to-face, great, or on the phone, Zoom, or whatever, audio messages like Margot's done too, I think is super good. I still don't do that, but I think that's a great idea too, for people to hear your voice and that, you know, we're just people.
Absolutely. One of the things so I used to do audio messages all the time, but then I started getting audio messages all the time, and I like them, but I can only listen to them at certain times, right? So then I was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't send them all the time. Like, send it when it's necessary so the person can take the time to listen to it when they have that chance, but also provide them with some written stuff, because they might be in a similar situation where they can't actually listen to it. So I started mixing it up with that. But I don't know if you watched the call. I think it was last week. I was talking about how that investment chick was messaging me she was messaging me on my account, but then also started following our Free to Be Girls account and was messaging us there. And she works, I think she works with Forex, but I don't know what company it is. Like, if that's the company, I don't know much about it. But anyway, so it was totally like pushy messages. And then she actually screenshot our conversation and sent a screenshot of the conversation to Jasmine. So then Jasmine messages me and is like, do you know this person? And I was like, whoa. So I sent her a message and I was like, so unprofessional of you to do that. And there was nothing in the message that would have helped her or hurt her. There was nothing there. It was like such a basic conversation. If she really wanted to do that, she should have like scribbled out my picture so that nobody could see what it was. But Jasmine was like, it's clearly you. And so then I blocked her on both accounts. So this week I had another lady start following me on my account. And so she starts with the same sort of messages. And I was like, just so you know, I already had to block someone for doing this. And so she has replied. I haven't read it yet, but she's because I was like, I'm just giving you a heads up. Like, if that's what you're going to do with me, you're gone. You know, you don't talk to people like that. It was so weird. like, I don't know what she was hoping to gain by sending a screenshot of a conversation that there was nowhere in there where I was like, yeah, I'll join you. Nothing. Yeah. So keep it real, keep it honest. I find the more truthful and the more information I give people, the better they feel about the whole process, right? And it's such a different process signing up to work on your fitness than it is to buy lipstick, than it is to buy nail polish, than it is to buy candles. Like, those things are surface things that make you feel good in the moment, but committing to your health journey, there's so much head stuff going on, right? Like, it could be past experiences, past failures where you feel disappointed. And one of the things that I started talking about a lot in my social media is how you never really fall off the wagon. People will talk about how they fall off the wagon, right? Life is us riding this wagon. So it's not that we fall off, it's that we just need to redirect, because you're never the same person you were. So anyone, like even my friend Teresa, who just got started with us, and she was going to cancel everything. She's not the same person she was before she started, because she has done some workouts and she's experienced the group and she's had some trust in me, and she's right. So she understands what is coming, but she also has these huge mental blocks. So I just keep telling people, we're just redirecting. You're focused on how you want to feel, and life is going to send you in a million different directions, and you want to just keep redirecting to that feeling. So I've had a really good feedback from that. They're like, oh, that's such a good way of looking at it, instead of falling off the wagon, right? Come here. Come here. Maggie wants to say hi. Say hi. I need a haircut. I'm a shaggy dog. I'm a shaggy dog. Shaggy, shaggy. Hey?
About the falling off the wagon.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was just going to say about the falling off the wagon. Two things actually about the falling off the wagon. Don't get this. There's a couple things. One is going back to the Angie thing. It's possible that people are joining her team too, because they think they're going to make $1 million because she's a big player in this. I was on a team like that before I joined the Empower Squad, and I've made way more money on the Empower Squad than I did on the other team. I was on a team with Christine Dwyer, and I was on a long leg, like thousands and thousands of points, but it doesn't matter. Like, because if you're not building, you're not going to make an income. But it's unfortunate people sort of go in thinking, okay, that's it. You have to go where the energy is, in my opinion, as far as building this and making an income with it. You have to go where the energy is, where the fuel is, where the excitement is, not automatically assuming that because that person's big, you're going to make a fortune. So that's one thing. And then the other thing is the falling off the wagon or whatever. You will have coaches. I have about 2 or 3 coaches I just signed up recently, and one of them especially was very excited about building, and then she's gone MIA. I haven't talked to her, I haven't seen her, nothing's happened. But the old Margot would be like spending hours thinking, what happened? What did I say? What did I do? But you can't do that. You have to keep going. In any business, you have to keep going. You can't sit back and be upset because that one person, for whatever reason, chose not to, is in a slump, or who knows what's going on. Just keep going. That's all I had to say.
I actually send messages to people now when I don't hear from them for a while. I will say, please do not feel weird about replying. Life happens. Because I think what happens to people is when, let's say I message someone, I'm following up with them 4, 5, 6 times, a client, coach, doesn't matter, and they don't reply because of whatever reason, right? Maybe they read the message and forgot. Maybe they had life happen and, or they're feeling, I think that what ends up happening is they end up feeling embarrassed, right? They end up feeling embarrassed that they haven't shown up in the way that, you originally talked about it. So I always give them that, please do not feel embarrassed about messaging me back. You have a resource here, and I'm here to support you wherever you are at. I understand that life happens. So, And the messages I get back from that are always like, oh, thank God I was feeling, you know, like, because ultimately we want them to see success, but maybe we have to dial it back a little bit, and, you know, and say, I had a lady sign up at, I can't even remember when, I think September. She's a coach. I think I talked about her on one of the calls. She's a coach. She'll probably get switched to preferred customer, which is totally fine. She's deaf, and she'd been doing really well with the 2B Mindset nutrition program, but hadn't actually started a workout yet. And she was really excited about doing Morning Meltdown 100. And so I said to her, I asked her what her, you know, she hadn't started it, and it was month, and then, or like a month, and then her messages got less and less frequent. And so I just said to her, I was like I sent her that message, and she messaged me back right away. And I said, she's like, I'm just struggling finding the time. And I was like, tell me what your morning looks like. What does your morning look like? And she's like, well, I get up and I have a cup of coffee and I sit and scroll on my phone for 45 minutes. And I was like, do your workout. Do your workout first thing. Commit to 3 days a week. She's doing the prep workouts for Morning Meltdowns, so they're under 20 minutes. She's done it religiously for 3 weeks straight. And her daughter, who is, I think her daughter is like 8, is doing them with her now. So I was like, get it done first and then enjoy your cup of coffee, because what you're doing by scrolling your feed and social media is you're letting all of those people influence your day, instead of you taking control of your morning and your day. And then you've done it. You've taken care of that. Like, we have to protect our energy when it comes to that, right? So like the guy, I remember telling you guys last week about how that man commented on one of my reels that I was an attention seeker. And I was like, okay, well, if that's your take on me, then sure, like, knowing nothing about me, whatever. I'm an attention seeker. And I was like, if I had seen his comment before doing my workout, it would have affected me for sure. But because I saw it after I'd finished my workout and had that me time, I was able to like deflect it, you know, and be like, okay, this has nothing to do with me. You're the attention seeker, right? So it's making sure that time for ourselves is so protected. And she's like messaging me almost daily now. Workout done, workout done, workout done, workout done. Oh, my daughter's in love with Jericho. I'm like, well, Jericho's pretty awesome, easy to fall in love with. So it's just kind of making sure that we're helping them redirect, because I know for her, she would have said to me, I fell off the wagon. I fell off the wagon. I'm like, you didn't fall off. You're on it. You just went the wrong way. Now you got to redirect and come back the other way. So.
Yeah, I just want to add with Margot's lines that she was in a big team and like just huge, humongous leg that kind of like, if you're in a huge team and you don't have like the mentors to help you out where to go, you're kind of like, yeah, I have a lot of volume, but I cannot cash it because I don't know how to. And then you guys have Tamara and I that we go in the back office, and we kind of know the graphical genealogy, and we know exactly what tell you how to make more money. Like, I got a question from a coach yesterday, and she was asking, oh, my husband is like, should I sign up him with a job one? And she kind of lost her emerald for a while. And I said, you know what? You need to see what's your goal for now. Because if you're going to find somebody else and get back your emerald, it's worth it. But if not, cancel him, sign up on your account until you're ready to move actually your business forward. Otherwise, you're just paying. So I take the time to tell the people, like, it's not worth it. So you're going to reach emerald, you're going to go for emerald again, you're going to go for diamond, you're going to go for your goals. And then you actually like, you're going to start making money, right, with this business. Otherwise, just stay with your account as a discount coach, preferred customer, and don't waste money, basically. So I take the time to, like, it's not worth it. I kind of like do the math, and we're just not like, okay, you have to be emerald and order all these products. Like, no, I take the time to like do this. What are your goals? What is your vision with this business? What do you want? Let's do it. And even with Margot, right, Margot? Building TJ's account, right? So your 1 star is gonna happen. And you can go to NLC next time, right? We're not gonna mention that, right?
Yeah, and that's the thing, is that you have a team that is wanting to support. And I don't know that, you know, if I signed up, like I'm thinking of right now, if I signed up with Angie And I didn't get, because I related to Angie, and I didn't get any of Angie's time until I had hit diamond. Like that would never work for me. Because
yeah, I would have quit. For me, it's quality time. And I think I love that approach about Christina and having our diamond retreats and having all this. I feel that like, I think I just love our team. I love it so much. And we just become a family. But I feel exactly like Tamara that if I was with Angie, you just gonna see me or have any time with me if I was a diamond. If you're like, oh, I don't know if I would be able to do it. I love this family kind of.
I try and picture like myself when I started with no confidence, with not wanting to be on a video call. And now you're telling me that I need to challenge myself to hit diamond, which I don't even really know what that means, by inviting a bunch of people when I'm scared of inviting people. Sorry, I'm out. Like I just wouldn't have bought into that because it wouldn't work for me. Right. So I really love the kind of intimacy about having our team and being able to spend that time and, you know, having the WhatsApp chats so that we can message back. And I love when, you know, sometimes after work, so my work day is insane. It literally feels like I blink and the day is over. And so sometimes I'll open up the WhatsApp and there's like 50 messages in the freshman free to be chat, which I know for some people is really overwhelming, but for me, I feel really proud. I feel really happy that there's so much support for anyone that has a question. It doesn't matter what the question is. It doesn't matter how long you've been coaching. You know, people are just sharing the things that work, the things that they find helpful. And that wouldn't happen in a group like that. And if it was in a Facebook group for me, I wouldn't see it because we don't get those notifications. So I'm just really grateful that we have this, you know, community that we can welcome people into. Now I've started letting newer coaches know, like, we have this chat. I don't want to add you until you feel ready because I don't want to overwhelm you with 50 messages in one day where you're like, what was that? I can't even keep up, you know, so I want to make sure that someone is ready for that before we just throw them in. When we first started the chat, it was a lot smaller. So it was, you know, a little more manageable with the notifications, but yeah, I love that. I love that piece of it. And you know what else I love about it is it gives everyone a chance to share their strengths, because we all have such different, unique strengths. You know, I would say one of my strengths is like how to word things to people, like how to talk to someone in that authentic way without feeling salesy, so they feel really supported. I think that that's a strength that I have. You know, Clarissa just shared about hers and her strength to be able to help understand the financial piece of it. We all have these strengths that we're able to showcase in that group. And I really, really am grateful for that. So very grateful. Britt, is your little one falling asleep on you there? I can't believe
she's just being crazy. Can I say hi? Look, say hi. Say hi right there. Say hi. Please. Say hi.
I can't believe she's one.
She's
Oh, how did that happen? How did you get so big? Hey, lovely. Hi.
Hi. See? She's like, I don't understand what's.
Oh, okay. Oh, I got it. Yeah. There's this little girl on, I'm totally digressing, on Instagram. If you look it up, it's called Hey Bella Foodie. So like HEYBELLA FOODIE. They're from Vancouver. Yeah. And she has so many followers, but she's like the best eater you've ever seen in your life. Like, I think she's gotta be like 2 or 3. And she's always talking about the food, and she always wants sushi, and she wants Tabiko, and it is the cutest thing. It's the cutest thing ever. I just love watching her because I'm like amazed at the experience those parents. One of the posts the mom did was like, how did you get her to be such a good eater? And the mom was like, I have no idea. She just is.
Like,
so Yeah, it's
She's
super
like, she
cute.
just
So
eats everything.
yeah,
I'll have to
so
look
I
at it.
recommend if you want a good smile to follow or check out that page because she's adorable. So
Yes, I will.
okay, let's do a quick picture. While Margot, before you go, you have to go. Don't come back and smile. Thank you. Does anyone have any last minute questions? We have about 10 minutes left before we would close off the call, but
I just wanted to comment or talk about something. It was interesting. I was noticing somebody was selling off all their product of another company, and so I messaged somebody that I know does it, and she goes, "Oh, I don't even think she ever drank the product. She was just in it to make money." And so clearly, you know, it didn't work the way she thought, and so now it's like, goodbye, see you later, here's another one. And I was saying to Marla yesterday, I'm so thankful with Beachbody, because even if I wasn't a coach, I'd be using all the products. You know, when they talk about be a product of the product, it's so true that if we make money from it, and obviously, you know, how you do your business is totally up to you, and we all have different whys and how invested we are into it. But the fact that what we do is because it's just part of who we are, we wouldn't do it any other way. And I just think that we're so incredibly blessed to be able to, you know, have the supplements we have the community that we have the workouts that we have the constant evolution of a company that's always looking to stay ahead of the game. That it just when they talk about consistency, and I can say, you know, 7 years in, and Mary Jo, who started even before, you know, we're a thing with Beachbody, is that's what people are noticing. They're going to notice that consistency. And I see so many other companies that just pace their sales, you know, on their stories, and there's no I don't know, relationships that are being built. And I think what people are, so I guess my advice to everybody on the team that's trying to grow is just be consistent every day. Just show up with something, because people are waiting for you to fail. They're waiting for you to quit and to give up, because that is what people tend to do in network marketing or whatever else. And so they're not, but once they see that you're not going anywhere, that's when the trust happens. And that's when you'll start to see those people reaching out to you, because they know that you're in this not for the money, but you're in this because of the product and what we believe in and what we have. And I don't know, it just really struck me the other day when I watched the number of people that go into a company and out of a company, and oh, here's the next greatest one. And it's like, we're all in this because it is the
lifestyle.
It is our life. Exactly, Claire. So like, we're in this for lifestyle, and the fact that we can show people the lifestyle and then help them with that lifestyle, whether it's, so when you reach out to those people that also want that lifestyle, those are the coaches, right? Those are the coaches that are going to be our rock stars, not the people that are looking to make money, right? Yeah. So that's why I never like,
right? And then our family just grows. Max, yeah. I'm so incredibly proud of you. Who are you? Who have you become? OMG, who are you? I said that on the level up call last week, and I was like, again, here on the hangout, amazing. I'm incredibly proud of you.
Thank you.
But you haven't. I think you've just stepped into who you are.
Yeah.
Without the weirdness, like without, and by weirdness, I mean like that itty bitty bitchy committee of self-doubt, right? It's so authentic and it comes from the heart, and people can feel that, right? So I think that's something to be hugely proud of, is that, you know, using our voice to express something we so believe in, because we see. I was in a Facebook group yesterday, and the lady was asking, how do you guys not get sick? And I was like, well, it starts with nutrition and taking care of yourself. And, you know, like, I'm like, it just is kind of mind blowing how, you know, we just are healthier all around. Yeah, of course, we'll get the cold here and there, but in general, because of the supplements, but also because of the community and the support and the positivity and the fitness. And so it's really awesome to see you just step into that.
Well, and the
And
thing
I
I
cannot
started
wait
to do is
see other coaches take your lead, Mac, because we've seen you grow. And remember, look, that lady that talked about that lady that we had access from Tony Robbins, that she talked about the Griselda, the one about saying that what's your number, what's your mark, and Oprah said I'm a 3 because I'm not doing my full potential. So you fired Griselda, so I can't wait until all our coaches fire the effing Griselda.
Yeah, I think mine was Josephine.
Okay, Josephine, whoever her name is.
But you know what's so funny in that particular situation, it's just really funny, is we had to come up with our, you know, our kind of new you and then the old you. I spent all this time, I'm looking at baby names, I'm like trying to come up with a new name. And she goes, if you're not just coming up with one, you're an overthinker. I'm like, yep, that would be me. I couldn't even just come up with a name. Like what name? I had to be a really good name that just felt like that was me. I still don't like her. I don't like Maddie. That's just not me. But anyway. So the one thing I was going to say is, so I've started doing like a little live just every morning before I start my workout. And just because it's that consistency, it's just showing, here I am about to work out 5:30 in the morning, whatever it is, and getting more comfortable on camera. I do put a little filter on, and I actually acknowledge that my filter is my morning filter, and that's when I only use it. Other than that, I'll be real, but you don't want to see me at 5:30 in the morning without a filter.
But so are you saving them as like IGTV videos?
No, I literally just get on my story and say, hey, good morning, it's 5:30. You know, I don't save them as anything because they're only like less than a minute.
My confidence because I started doing like videos on the stories just since like last October 2020, not this October 2021. But my confidence grew because of the stories. You just have to start.
Mm-hmm. One of the things that I've noticed, which is so strange to me that I still have to figure out, is going back to Reels, is I do my like dance party video in the morning, which I don't publish to my feed. I don't do anything fancy with it. And I get way more views on those than I do on one that I use a viral sound. I just pick a random song and I'm getting like 2,000 viewers on a dumb little morning routine dance party, but the views keep going up. And I think it's because it's happening like at least 5 days a week, right? Where I'm just showing that consistency. So
Are you making that a reel?
Yeah, I make it a 15-second reel so I can just put it in my story is what I do. So I speed it up. I do 2 times the speed and then just do a little dance and show my shot. And sometimes I show my my journaling, that I'm going to use my journaling, and then I put some writing in it about like some sort of focus for the day. And then I save it, and then so I publish it as a reel that's not in my feed, but then I add it as a story to my feed and add the same song to it. And I picked 15 because then you don't have to worry about copyright, right? So 15 seconds and then sometimes I take the ones that have been really successful and I put them on TikTok to show, and those have been getting like, 600, 700, 800 views. So it's just, I don't know, I guess like the consistency of it, right? Is people now are like kind of looking forward to seeing my little dance party in the morning, which is quite funny to me. So anyway.
I don't dance.
But you don't have to dance. You could do like a little this morning routine one. So, but you're doing that. You're doing that in your stories. And that's what I mean is that consistency, right? So for me, that one's been really interesting where I'm like, really? That's what you guys want to see? Okay, then. Tamara sped up. Looks like I'm a little bit on speed and gonna go work out. I don't know. So, well, ladies, we're at the hour mark. I know Margot has another call here, so I will sign off unless anyone has any last minute questions. We're good. Thank you so much for being on today. Remember to pick your job one
this week.
Tomorrow, wake up call, national wake up call. She's gonna be on. I cannot wait to watch her again. I put like I shared on the freshman free to be. I'm gonna be on like live. I need to listen to her. She's freaking amazing.
She responded to my my story. I got a personal message back from her. I
Amazing.
Yeah, she wrote back, just can't wait for you guys to experience this this program with me.
Yeah, I really like her. Really like her. So awesome.
No
well, have a great week, everyone.
Okay. Bye, guys. Thanks, T.
Thank you. Thanks for being on.